Hi there, welcome back. As an expat living in Beijing, I chose to live here because it's a city that perfectly integrates history and modernity. And that got me thinking, why do people from all over the world choose this city? And what's the differences in the lives of those people? So that is the origin and the theme of this video. If you ask any passerby, where can I find foreigners in the city? They'll give you one of two answers. Sanlitun or Wudao. So, why have these two 19-kilometer apart places become so popular gathering spots for foreigners? Let's find out. Sanlitun is in Chaoyang, where expats work. The clustered embassies at Liangmaqiao and the multinational enterprises in Guomao make the fashionable Sanlitun, which is crowded with coffee shops, the most popular place to come. Now, we all know that foreigners can't start the day without a coffee. Wudao is in Haidian, which is where most of Beijing's universities lie. So this place is filled with students with youthful vibes that I envy. 32-year-old Danny sits here looking at the youngsters who remind him of his 20s. This also contributes to the different dress codes between Wudao and Sanlitun. People in Wudao are younger and the expats here are wearing baseball caps and squeezing into the subway, whereas those in Sanlitun, they're out taking their babies for a walk. It's said that around 1/6 of the foreign expats in Beijing are under the age of 14 years old, including my son. Of course, you can see many foreigners out here in full set, running and cycling. But what I don't understand is how can they resist stopping at one of these restaurants for a meal? When we start to reveal the lives of expats living in Beijing, there is some interesting trivia. Expats living in Beijing actually have an amateur football league, and I am the star defender of one of the top teams, the Forbidden City Football Club. Every year in Beijing, there are expat-sponsored spicy festivals, pizza festivals, and burger festivals, where you can find the most unique and interesting food. Many foreigners, especially Australians and Americans, live dispersedly in Beijing. Some choose to live in the Hutong because they really like traditional Chinese culture. You'll find them putting on a helmet and riding to work on an electric vehicle. Others who like a more modern lifestyle choose to live in the Sanlitun area. Most Japanese people in Beijing live near Liangmaqiao because it's close to the Japanese embassy, whereas most Koreans live in Wangjing because there are many Korean companies there. And it's because of the gathering of so many Japanese and Korean people in this area that so many Japanese and Korean restaurants have started to open here. Wait a minute, did the restaurants open because the expats moved here? Or did expats move here because the restaurants opened? Anyway, never mind, it's a chicken and egg kind of problem. Okay, here is your exclusive TripAdvisor for Beijing, which is usually the first stop for people visiting the city. About 60% of expats in Beijing are tourists. So I want to know, what are these people doing? Where are they going? Let's find out the top spots for foreigners to go. So the top 3 places for foreigners to visit in Beijing are, number 1, the Forbidden City. Wait a minute, wrong Forbidden City. Forbidden City. Number 2, the Badaling Great Wall. And number 3, Universal Studios, Beijing. But obviously you can't visit all of these 3 places in one day. Because Beijing is so big, the distance between Badaling and Universal Studios is 111 kilometers. But if you did want to take that journey, here's how you do it. First, you take a 26-minute walk from the wall to bus number 877, then a 49-minute ride to Metro Line 2 at Dushengmen, and then transfer to Line 1, which takes you all the way to Universal Studios. So it's only 2 hours and 51 minutes. No problem. As a weathered expat in Beijing, it's my sincere advice not to travel to China or Beijing during the Labor Day holiday, the national holiday, or any Chinese holiday, unless you want to see thousands of tourists. Okay, instead, what's best to do is come about a week after the holiday to avoid this. So during busy times, what you might want to do is find a more niche activity or experience. For example, going camping and hiking in a nice scenic spot in the mountains. Or you might want to go to a vintage market here at Panjiayuan. My precious. Or you can go to 798 to the chic art district for some arty artifacts. Or you could try the really trendy Chinese stove boiled tea. Or you might want to try the more relaxing experience, like a full body massage, or maybe even a foot massage. I gathered expat opinions about Beijing on Quora, and among all the factors, these three ranked as the top. Friendly people, great food, and history and culture. Compared to other Chinese cities, or even to another metropolis, Beijing does offer the warmest-hearted locals and history and architecture with the most distinctive style. If you really want to understand the city so as to live comfortably here, the key to that lies within your willingness to break down that cultural wall and immerse yourself with the local people, the crowds, the lifestyle, and everything the city has to offer. Only then can you really appreciate the true charm of Beijing. Okay, that's all for today's episode of Beijing Expat Trends. Of course, this video only has my own opinions. You're welcome to share your own experiences and opinions in the comments below. And remember, you're welcome in Beijing and welcome in China to learn the ins and outs of this culture for yourself.